Welcome back to the Southeast Asia backpacking series. In this series, we have been adventuring across Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and now we have arrived into Vietnam. Our first stop in this wonderful country is Ho Chi Minh City, and there is a lot to see here. But let's rewind a second to leaving Cambodia. We chose to get the bus with Giant Ibis Transport, as we've been using them to navigate Cambodia internally, and thought we'd have a smoother journey with an operator we were familiar with. We paid for a luxury bus because it wasn't much more expensive than the regular seating. The bus drivers were acting as guides across the border too, which was a huge bonus, but I didn't realise we would get it. The drive from Phnom Penh to the main border took a few hours, and the crossing went pretty smoothly. We exited Cambodia very easily and got back on the bus to a duty-free spot where you could get souvenirs and food. We got some snacks and headed back on the bus for the short drive to the Vietnamese border. I think there were some miscommunications with the lines that we were supposed to queue in, and the driver/tour guide got told off a bit. I was just glad that I had someone who could communicate on our behalf and be in control of the situation, so I didn't have to stress as much. They processed us as a big group and we went through the border and back on the bus. It was another hour and a half to Ho Chi Minh City, and the bus dropped us off at the District 1 terminal. It was such a blessing that our hotel was right around the corner, so that evening was full of rest and an exploration for our first Vietnamese pho at a Michelin-starred restaurant. Honestly, 10 out of 10 for this dining experience. Good morning guys, welcome to the Vietnam vlog. It is about 10? Yeah, 10 past 10 in the morning. We've just got up, got ready, sun creamed up because yeah, I'm not getting horrendously burnt again. I'm in the same outfit as I was for dinner last night because we still don't have any of our washing back, which is fine, expected. We're gonna do a little bit of exploring this morning, try and do all of like the outside things by 12 o'clock and then head into one of the museums, come out, do some coffee and cafes for a bit. I can edit some things, drinks, dinner, all that good stuff tonight. So I'm just gonna bring you along on a day in Ho Chi Minh City. Very excited, let's get going. Just picked up 2 banh mi from the stall literally just outside where we're staying. And we're now in the park, gonna eat them. Look at one of these tour map thingies for the Chu Chi tunnels. And
not Coochie tunnels.
yeah, I keep accidentally calling it Coochie tunnels. It's not, it's Chu Chi. Yeah, gonna do that now. It's like a meat banh mi.
Some meat.
There is so much pate here. I didn't really know it was a thing, but pate is like a big thing. I guess French?
Yes.
It's good. I'm gonna sit here and eat this now. We are at the post office, French colonial style post office. We were just remarking that it's actually a really good thing that we didn't book the tour because that's the cathedral. And literally right opposite the cathedral is the post office. So at least 2 of the major stops and the Independence Palace is just like behind that building. Just behind this building we think. So like we would have paid maybe $15, $20, $30 for a tour that we could walk. So we're gonna walk. The grab here costs literally £1, so 50p each instead of like potentially multiple dollars. So we're really happy with ourselves that we decided to skip that tour. So we're just gonna have a quick walk inside the post office now. Just have it, yeah, I think it's just a few shops in there. Nothing too hectic. We've kind of seen the Notre Dame Cathedral. We can't actually see any of it because it's all covered in scaffolding, which is sometimes the reality of tourism. Go head inside the cathedral now and then we'll walk to the Independence Palace. Ho Chi Minh City has so many historical and cultural spots to visit, so if you only have a few days, I would plan ahead and create a route for whatever you'd like to get out of the city. There's also tons of shopping, food and nightlife here. Knowing what kind of experience you want to get out of your time there will help you narrow down which your top spots to visit should be. I'd say you can spend a morning doing a walking tour to all of the historical sites and an hour or 2 in the war museums to get a rounded knowledge of the history there. Bit sweaty, very sweaty actually, and all my sun cream's coming out. We've made it to the Independence Palace. We're not going to go inside just because it says like some of the floors are closed off. Just don't really know what's in there that we're not going to see at the War Remnants Museum or maybe the History Museum. And if we're going to pay to get into those as well, it doesn't really make sense to pay to get into all of them if they hold the same kind of information. But this area is so pretty, like you can definitely see the French colonial inspiration. You can definitely see like all of the architecture and stuff and the layout of the place is very much European. It's kind of strange, but it's so green, it's so pretty, the trees are beautiful. It's just a super cool place. You can kind of see like all the greenery, the trees and everything. There's a lot of shade everywhere. It's kind of easier to walk here than it is in other cities because there's like no shade, it's just straight concrete jungle. And there's like, I've been saying this to Sam, it's weirdly like really breezy throughout all of like District 1. So I don't know whether that's location wise or if it's just the weather right now, but it's so breezy, like it doesn't feel as treacherous as the degrees say it is. It's like 33, 34 right now, I think. Climbing to 37 by I think 2 o'clock. We're kind of breezing through, trying to get things done fairly quickly so we're out of the sun but also still seeing things. But yeah, this is the Independence Palace. Just here. And we're going to move on now, I think, to the Remnants Museum because we've already done the post office, not shut down because it's closed basically, or at least covered off. Seeing the outside of the Independence Palace, or the Reunification Building, I think it's also called. So let's head off to the War Remnants Museum now. Yeah. That was super heavy. I had to take a few breaks. We've seen a lot of pictures and things of death in the last couple of days because we did the Killing Fields and S21 Museum in Phnom Penh just this weekend, and now like a day or two later we're doing the Vietnam War's deaths and war. So yeah, gonna try and decompress a little bit now, reflect on some of what we've seen, maybe go to a cafe, get some lunch and things. But yeah, super heavy, really important, and I'm glad I've seen it, but yeah, my chest feels tight, I feel anxious, I feel sick, like awful stuff. We've ended up in Mackey's. Sam got a cheeseburger, a large McRoyal. I've got a deluxe cheeseburger. I'm probably gonna get copyrighted by this music, so I'm gonna go quickly, but we're having a Mackey's now. We weren't hungry enough for like a big bowl of pho, which is basically what we've seen. So we decided we'll try an international Mackey's, then have Vietnamese food for dinner. We had a juice tin, as you just saw earlier. I had a matcha latte macchiato. So no coffee here, just a Coke Zero. Bad angles and dark lighting, but you guys, how cute is this? Our homestay hosts, they sent us, oh you probably can't see, it's too bright, no can't see, but they've like sent us a whole list of food places, food recommendations, and like places like to visit in Ho Chi Minh City, including like markets and like big buildings that are cool, and walking streets, and like a flower market and stuff. It's like one list is 20 recommendations and the other list is 7 recommendations. That's so cute, and it genuinely looks like they're all handwritten, but it might just be like copy and pasted from something. But yeah, how sweet is that? Like night out for dinner, if you want snails and seafood you can go to this place. If you want a rooftop dinner you can go to this place with like the exact address and a Google Maps link. How cute is that? I thought that was so cool. So I just wanted to show you that. But I've just finished editing the podcast, got that exported and uploaded. I'm just sorting out like vlog footage. I'm just importing that onto my laptop for editing later. But we are gonna go grab a beer and sit on the balcony now, I think. Chill for a minute and then head off for some dinner. We might just go to the place outside because it smells so good. I think it's a pho and other meals place, but that is what we're going to do this evening. So I will either continue with you for the rest of the evening or I won't. It depends how many beers I have, to be honest. But I'm really looking forward to it actually. I've still got a face mask on, which is why my face is like so shiny, so I'm gonna go take that off as well.
Minibar drinks.
That's got layers.
That thing you said about beer that's...
is accurate. This is strange because it's got like a taste when it goes in your mouth, a taste when you swallow it, and then an aftertaste.
When you drink enough beer, you start to recognise these things.
The word that comes to mind is balloon. And I don't know why, but balloon comes to mind. Not that it tastes like a balloon, but like, I don't know why. Like sometimes these things just happen to me where I'm like, this thing is giving me this connotation in my mind. This Heineken beer is giving me balloon. The flavour blows up like a balloon in your mouth, and then it pops and you get a different flavour. Maybe that's the connotation, but like in my mind, I'm picturing a balloon as I taste this.
You drink it and it gets a bit more hoppy and then it comes down and it's got a hoppy taste at the end.
Yeah, whatever Sam just said.
Going back to Bangkok, when we went to Bangkok, well, sorry, last time I went to Thailand, I liked Bangkok. I like the city of Bangkok like a lot compared to some of the smaller cities like Chiang Mai. I think Bangkok was my favourite place last time we went to Thailand. I like the city. When we went back this time, it wasn't so good, but then it was where we were staying. I only had 2 days, so it wasn't my favourite place, whereas Chiang Mai was my favourite place last time. Laos was a bit, we didn't really go to capitals, so I wouldn't say we didn't go to the places. Cambodia, instead of really very nice, but I also like Phnom Penh.
Yeah, me too.
And whereas here, before we came, because I like Bangkok last time, I was like, we should plan whatever days everyone said for Ho Chi Minh. You say some people say it's not feel long.
Some people say it's a bit of a dead city, but I'm really enjoying it.
But I was like, I liked Bangkok last time, so we should definitely. I want to spend more time in the cities because for me, I like this. From last time we came, I like the city life. Not when I'm getting shouted at, but I just like...
So we're trying to steal Sam's flip-flops today. I say steal. He's like a shoe polisher, that's like his job. Walking around,
the
like
other guy around the corner said glue, he was trying to glue it.
Yeah.
The
guy like pointed to Sam's shoes and we were walking through a park, so Sam was like freaking out thinking like he stepped on something.
No, because I was looking at him and I was like, there was like a curve drop down, I was like, are we meant to be like, is it like a... Are you just something wrong with you? There's like a bike path, you're waiting for like, it looks like you're waiting for a car.
Yeah.
As you're crossing the road, it looked like that. There was a drop curve and then come back up. There was like a little cycle path or something. And then I thought he was like crossing the road or something. So I'm right then. And then I walked by and he's like stopped. So I was like, oh my god, what if he's like looking at, there's like an animal or a bug or a snake or some shit. And then he was like stop. And then he was getting down my foot. I was like, am I still on something? I was like, am I still on a snake or some shit?
Yeah.
And then he started getting close to my foot and I was like, oh my god, is there something under my foot?
Yeah.
And my like heart sank. I was like, oh, am I just like about to die or like am I still on something?
And then it clicked for me as soon as I saw the basket of like shoe polish and shit. I realised that he was going to take Sam's shoe off his foot and start polishing it, and then we have to pay.
I was in a slider.
Well, yeah, but even then, like, they'll polish literally anything because it's money, isn't it? It's a way of making money. And like, fair enough, you have to earn your living here, but like, he was literally about to just rip Sam's shoe off his foot, and I was like, no, Sam, no, like, don't let him take your shoe because we'll have to pay, and like, whatever price he says is what we're gonna have to pay basically, because he would have already done it. So I was like, no, like, Sam, do not let him take your shoe. Sam's shoes definitely need a polish. They need a clean, for sure. But like, we didn't want an indiscriminate price.
Apart from crossing the road, that's hard.
Yeah. I seem to be kind of good at crossing the road. I don't know if I can just judge it a little bit better here.
You can't cross the road at home, but you can cross the road.
Yeah, I literally can't cross the road in England. Like, I'm scared to cross the road because they don't stop at home. But
exactly,
here, everyone's trained to reactive driving. So if I walk out into front of the road, they are going to stop. Someone will check you for walking in the road at home. Like, you'll get stopped by the car because they'll just drive past you because you shouldn't be walking in the road. But here, if you don't walk in the road, you don't cross. So like, you have to walk in front of the traffic and just hold your hand out. Like, there's been so many times where I've seen like groups of little kids like walking home from school or whatever, and they just walk in the middle of the road and they just hold their hand out like this to stop the traffic and just keep walking. So you kind of have to do that, otherwise you can never cross, unless you obviously find like a gap in the traffic. But I seem to be better at doing that and judging like how much I can make someone stop and how quick I can walk compared to home. It's really strange. But that has been our chatty couple minutes on the balcony and our little review of Ho Chi Minh. We're gonna finish our drinks here, get some dinner, either down at this Thai barbecue that has like rice and things like that, or we're gonna go to the pho shop just down there as well. So that is dinner. I'll see you later. Our final day in Ho Chi Minh, we decided to do the Coochie Tunnels day tour. It's an hour drive out of the city and most people do it with tour operators because you need someone guiding you around the site to get the most out of the visit. It was quite an overwhelming experience for me. They had a firing range on site and you can hear it from the moment you're on the trails, so be warned if that sound triggers you, you might want to take at least some headphones when you get closer to it. I had to sit blasting Olivia Rodrigo's newest album to drown out the sounds. But it was such an informative visit to see how the tunnels worked and understand the conditions of the people using them. I would say it's worth a visit if you're interested in seeing the tunnels, but otherwise it might be a miss if you are super educated on the war. Next episode, where we will probably be in Dalat, Nha Trang, somewhere along those lines. So yeah, see you in the next episode. Bye!